there are many multi-designer stores that they have opened up. When there's a multi-designer store, they will depend on the big names and the emerging designers and the young who will offer a very affordable design. So when we've already established so well in the domestic market, what is the next step? The next step is only to go international. And what is the USP of the Indian designer? The USP of the Indian designer is only the legacy of textile and craft. And trust me, that's exactly what our smart Indian designer is targeting. That's what they are focusing on. And that focus, because of that, we have designers who've gone to the West already. Paris Fashion Week, we started maybe somewhere almost 15 years ago when we sent 3 of our designers were part of Paris Fashion Week. At that time it was Manish Arora, Rajesh Pratap and Anamika Khanna who went for that. We started to take place in international fairs. So all the international fairs which are meaningful to the Indian fashion designer, whether it's Cotree in the US, whether it's Who's Next in Paris, whether there are different exhibitions that take place in the Middle East, even Magic in Las Vegas and in America. Our designers are going there and in big numbers now. For 30 years, I know that our USP is our craft. Be it fashion, be it textile, be it home furnishing. It's our handloom, it's our craft, it's our workmanship. The Indian fashion designer will now start to open their own flagship stores either in London or in Dubai or in New York. In fact, that process has already started. The Indian designer already exists abroad, but not in their own stores. And there, I know Anita Dongre opened up in New York. Sabyasachi has opened such a fantastic store there as well. I know Manish Malhotra will be doing that soon. I am also privy to the fact that maybe that Reliance brands will certainly have a Rahul Mishra or open a store there in a very prime location, because these are the brands that we are so proud about. And these are the brands which showcase India. I know that. So I think it's a good beginning that we are making. I think Anamika Khanna needs to be in any city, because as a woman designer, there are not very many who have made it international. They say that in the year 2022, the Indian wedding industry was worth 13 lakh crores plus. And in 2023, I'm sure it's increased much more. And those are very big numbers. So you can imagine when the Indian designer goes abroad with their trousseau, with their couture collection, with their collections which will be wear at wedding, I'm sure it will only add to it. When we started in the industry, they started at a high price because there was a premium there wasn't much competition. Today, the fashion designer has a lot of competition. So sometimes the same lehenga which sold for, the same ensemble which sold for 10 lakh rupees can now be available for almost half the price. The fact that our breadth pieces in the beginning, everybody said we are too expensive for the export. And then came the onslaught of the mass market foreign brands, whether it's a Zara or whether it was Mango or whether it's even M&S, high street brands. So the breadth market, we had to compete with these kind of brands to survive. We don't necessarily need to have their pricing, because the Indian fashion designer survives on his own, on the strength of its design. And I think we are able to command our premium in that market, but it's no longer, it's affordable fashion. In the past, everybody said Indian fashion is only for the elite. We can't afford it. It's only for the masses. It's only for the classes and not masses. Gone are the times. Indian fashion design can be worn by anyone. We even design t-shirts now to be selling at 600, and we go up to a fusion item. We do a lot of bridge to luxury. We do luxury. We do haute couture. We do bespoke. So frankly, I think the Indian fashion designer is flexible. Another fact, why are more stores going to be open now? The reason is one, that corporatization has started. So the main thing why, to answer your question, will an Indian designer open more shop? Yes, many more. So people who only had 2 shops, one in Delhi and one in Mumbai, and maybe if they were a bit experimental, they went to Hyderabad if it was selling. But otherwise, they were only selling through multi-designer stores. But right now, there has been, with the Reliance brand limited coming in the picture, with the Birlas coming in over here, I think with more and more people now trying to go either the support route or the financial route or the acquisition route, all that is helping the Indian fraternity and the design, Indian fraternity and in the design space to grow. And how is it growing? If we go to smaller cities. I was just speaking to a designer who has plans to open 28 stores in the next 2 years, and as of now, he just has 3 stores. Look what Tarun has done. The plan is to go into hundreds of stores. So, it depends, again, I'm saying, on your signature and who's backing you. I know for sure that the recent acquisition by Reliance brand has given so much support to the brands, to all these brands, that what's happening is that they are only either looking, if they are in the couture space, they're either looking to go abroad and open shops in Dubai, London, New York, maybe Paris, because Manish Arora started by opening a shop in Paris for so many years. So we don't rule any city or any country out. And in Japan, for example, if there is a customer out there, the Indian designer will go there. I personally feel that the growth has been possible only because of this funding coming in. Well, I think they will be more innovative and they've not been limited, because now they don't have to worry about logistics because somebody else is looking after the logistics. They don't have to worry about retail sales in their shops and managing those. They have now managers who will be looking after the retail part. They don't have to worry about the PR and marketing because somebody else is going to do that. They don't have to worry about other things related because there are so many different people who are at their beck and call and advice. Why do you think they have taken the move? Because now they have people who they can go and take advice from. And yet, it leaves them in the space of creativity and design. So they need to only concentrate, majority of their time needs to be spent in creating new ranges, in innovation, in coming up with new products. So I personally feel that it's kind of giving them more scope and more wings to fly. No, there's no competition at all. Both are surviving on their own. The international brands are not competing with the Indian designers, because the good thing is the international designers are not looking at the Indian market as an ethnic market. It's using the same styles which they are using all over the world. Making one Bangala in their collection of 1,000 products, purity at all. We are very confident. The Indian, our design fraternity, the FDCI, our designers, we are extremely confident that within India, we don't feel that in the couture market, the international brands are giving us competition. Even as far as the menswear is concerned, we are spoiled by choice, and the variety we have from the Indian designer, nobody can compete with us in that space. So I personally feel that we are doing very well in these two markets where it's for India. But the foreign brands, as you say, if Dior comes and does a show in Mumbai, it's one-off show in so many years. If they are using Indian craft, we are happy because that shows that they are coming to India to buy the Indian craft and sell it to the world. I just don't represent only the Indian fashion designer. I have been a sourcing person for more than 30 years where we are selling our craft to the world. Yes, I do. Maybe one or two. I do. I think because now that the couture market is hotting up so much. I remember 6, 7, 8 years ago, there was nothing known as the red carpet. Today, every small event says we have a red carpet. Now there is a green carpet for sustainable fashion. There is a blue carpet I see happening some places. So, what I mean is that red carpet did not exist. Earlier, 10 or 15 years ago, if there was a cocktail or a pre-cocktail or a post-reception, people still wore Indian ethnic clothes. But today they wear gowns. So if you are going into the gown market, and if the gown market is becoming so popular, I am sure that just like we are knocking at the international market and doors, in the same way, there will be someone or the other who will bring them over in that space of red carpet, gowns, international silhouettes. I'm sure there'll be somebody sooner than later. I'm not going to welcome it from my point of view, but competition is good, and having a few of them here will raise our bar even higher.